Kind of a new series. I'm starting like a food channel kind of thing. So here I'm gonna show you guys how to make like a ramen broth. Okay. Anyways, the video is gonna be in different parts. So like the chassis, like the egg and everything. But right now I'm gonna start with the broth first because it takes the longest time. So here you can see all the ingredients that you need to make the ramen broth. So I'm making the tonkotsu, which means the pork, mainly the pork flavor. So you can see all these pork bones. This is approximately around 10 pounds of pork bones. So actually before you actually start cooking them, you have to, here, I already got a pot of hot water, boiling water ready. I'll do a little milk and and you have to do this thing called blood bath. Otherwise your broth becomes very, very cloudy. You don't want that. So, well, usually, people, they wash their bones before they cook it. So you don't really have to do that. This way you'll save, you have to wash it either way, but this way you'll save it one procedure. So dump its bones in. You can see. Ow! That's hot. Dump it. You don't have to cook it for so long, but like you can see, it's getting grayer, like that. The pot is not big enough, but you can see the ramen, the actual pot here. This isn't huge, so I'm going to serve around, I'm say around 30 to 40 people. So that pot is not too crazily big. Okay, so I'm going to use the water over and over again, because I don't want to keep boiling that thing. And yeah, I'm going to cook all these bones and show you guys how to do the blood bath. You can see like this has been cooked for less than 2 minutes. It's already we call this cloudy in the cooking term. And you can see all these blood. I don't know if you guys can see it because I'm using my camera. Not camera, my phone, that's the camera. But it's very cloudy. But that's all you need. So this is good enough. When there's like grayish cooked, that's good enough. So now you want to take them out. Take all of them out. You're going to put the second batch in, but I'm not going to do all of them in the video. I'll show you. This is a lot of bones. And this is my own recipe. This is actually my 4th time making my own ramen, so if I did anything wrong, just excuse me. And okay, so like this, you can see. Now if you look back at the water, it's no more clear. There should be 2 more. I can feel it. Okay, around this much. Okay, found the last one. So, oh, it just got on my face. It's freaking hot. Okay, so before I show you guys the actual blood bath, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to dump in the second batch. So you don't even need the water to be boiling. You just need to reach the boiling point the first time and then just keep having it on max fire. I don't know how strong your house fire is. Mine is definitely not strong at all. Okay. Can't fit one more bag maybe. This is the neck, close to the neck of the part. Okay. Anyway, so back to the broth bath. So, want to turn on the cold water. Dump all the bones in, like this. Look at this. So you want to get rid of this. This is what makes the soup very dirty. So now you want to wash them one by one. Where the blood vessel and stuff, like these. Well, this one not too much. You want to clean it, all these gray stuff. Darker stuff. I'll show a better example. Not much on this. But here, like these here, see it comes off. These are the stuff you want to get rid of. Like this inside, you might want to use like a chopstick. I mean, it's a lot of effort, but it's definitely worth it if you want to make really good stock. Like these ones, you want to get rid of them. And some inside, these you want to use a chopstick to do this. Anyway, so that's it. You keep washing all of them. Done washing the first batch. So you can see all this fat, unnecessary fat, and a lot of stuff already washed down the drain. You can see a lot of blood vessel and stuff you want to get rid of. I'm not here, so I'm going to be really lazy. I'm not going to cook this again, but this is the things you want to cook it and then get rid of it. Anyways, okay, so after we've done this, okay, so now you see this is another pot of cold water. So whenever you want to cook your bones, you want to start from cold water to not make it cloudy. And well, this huge, this commercial size, approximately, because I'm doing around 40 servings, so to me it's probably just enough. So I'm going to dump all the ones that went through the blood bath into the pot, like this. And then wait for the other one and start cooking them, all of them together. Like you can see here, you start dumping in the rest of the ingredient and just let it cook for approximately 15 or more hours. It depends how much you're gonna cook. So for these onions, you really don't need to peel them, because in the end you're just gonna, let's just break them in halves, and because in the end you're just gonna strain the broth before you season it. So like these, you might want to take these out, because okay, these knives suck ass. I should have brought my own knife from work. Well, I did the job. Dump it in like this. Dump it in. Just let it cook. Usually I will wait till it boils and put in, but man, I'm lazy. It's the same thing. It just takes a longer process, but after I'm done this, I'm just gonna go to bed and wait till tomorrow morning. Like that. I mean, you might as well put a little bit more. Okay. And then just let it cook, and then I'll show you guys after, when it's out, maybe like 15 hours or so. I'll take another video and show you guys how the color and everything is like. I got a clean garbage bag. This is where I put the bones in, because I just still want the meat in the broth, like these. So I filter them and see what's edible and put it in this, because these are the meat I'm going to use for the rice, the mini rice that was on the menu. There's not much flavor, but this is going to be cooked in the same sauce that I'm using for the pork right now. And this soup, this broth has to be filtered. I have to strain it in mesh, but it's too heavy, so I can't do it myself. Go with my friend here. So I'm going to make it lighter first, and it's going to be a really long process. Okay, so I successfully took out all the meat from the bones, and these are the garbage that I'm going to throw away. So before that, next, well, I'm going to strain the soup, but before that, let's take a look at the pork. So you see, the bottom's been cooked with color, so you want to flip it probably every 30 minutes or so. And then cook it again. And now we're going to have to put this. Okay, it's not that heavy. It probably won't fit in this small pot, but we want to find a way to probably ladle bit by bit. I have to do this one by one. And make sure you have a, I don't know what you call it, strainer, mesh, whatever. So you just want the soup, but not the onions and the rest of the stuff. Like this. Okay, so I've successfully strained the broth. But before that, this is the fat that I steamed from the soup. So I want some of it, the clean ones. I needed to make something, which I'll show you guys later. But I need some of it, but not too much. Only the clean ones, because like you can see, some are very dirty. This much should be good. Alright, this should be good. So I strained it into 2 different pots because it's too much. And before I continue, I have to skip one of the fat. So these are the parts that I don't want, the black stuff, like I told you guys when I started making. I don't want to take too much juice though, in case I don't have enough. Because I still want to keep the fat. That's the richness of the broth. Anyways, so this should be good. Now I'm dumping it back into the pot. This is the biggest pot that I have. I'm actually pouring a little bit of water is okay. Pour it back in. And no, I'm not a painter. This is the design of the pants. Okay, done. The reason why I'm pouring it back in because I don't want to season it twice or separately, because I want to make sure the broth tastes the same. So I'm going to start seasoning. And I have this is a mixture of salt, white pepper, and sugar. Well, I don't know the ratio. The ratio should be like 8 salt and then 1. So there's 2 miso, white and red. So what's the difference? This is, well, usually we mix it together because it's more sweet, the white one, and the red one is more miso flavor and more salty. But if you just put the red one, it's going to be too salty. If you put the right one, it's going to be too sweet. So we mix it together and it turns out to be a better color. Just to balance out the taste. So so there's no official recipe for this video because I eyeball everything and just taste it with my taste bud. So I'll put equal amounts, so half and half. So make sure you don't want to put too much. First, you don't want to put too much, otherwise you can't see if you're raw. So I'm going to put half to be enough because my thing is huge. As you can see. I'm going to dump in around half of the red. Not that much first. And white one. And then what you want to do is you want to stir it with a whisk. That's the proper way to season your to dissolve your miso. As you can kind of tell, it's becoming a little bit darker. But since this is a tonkotsu broth, so it won't overcome the creamy white. I can feel it, kind of. Yeah, it's pretty much dissolved now. So it looks like the same color, but I'm not sure how it tastes. But that's not the important ingredient. The important ingredient is the salt. So this, I don't know how much is in here, but I know it's around this much. So go ahead and dump all of it in. And start whisking again. Okay, so I can smell the miso, so it might be good enough. Now I'm going to go ahead and taste it. I don't know if this is enough miso, but it doesn't look like there's enough miso. It's very good. I think I can add a little bit more miso. I think I need a little bit more miso, so I'm going to put a little bit more. Caught on this, the white one, so I'm going to use it as well. Then stir the whole thing again. Now the broth is finished. Okay, so this is good enough. Right now, I can see this is a soy sauce based sauce. So this is to marinate the egg. And then later, I'm going to use the rest of the juice to cook the pork, the char siu. So what's in these three things? They're called mirin. This is cooking sake, so it's kind of, there's no alcohol in it, and it's salted. And the soy sauce. And I put some sugar in the sauce, that's it. The ratio, I didn't do any ratio, I just tested my tongue. Just eyeball it. That's it. So basically you stir it. You want it to all blend in together. You can already smell like the sake flavor. You don't really need it to be like boiling. Once it's started to like steam, and that's good enough. You don't want it too hot because you're gonna put the egg in it, right? And then otherwise you're gonna cook the egg more. And that should be, okay, it's pretty hot. Okay, that should be good enough. I use like a mixing bowl because I have like 20 eggs. And dump it in. You can see, steaming. It's good enough. So make sure it's deep enough. And start peeling the eggs while I let this cool down for a little bit. I'm going to teach you how to make the ajisuke tamago. So soft boiled egg, marinated soft boiled egg. So what you want is like the water to be right before boiling, kind of like this, like you see a little bit bubble but not crazy. And you want to cook it for around like this is good. I'm going to go ahead and dump it in. If it's boiling, when you dump in the egg, it's going to crack. But right before boiling, that's perfect. And it makes it easier for you to set the timer as well. I'm going to go ahead and Comes in the whole pack. Alright, so now just simply set the timer to 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So it's really between the range of 5 minutes would be too soft, 7 minutes would be too hard. So you want it in between. So if you're, it depends, you can do it for 6 minutes, but I do it for 5:45. That would be perfect.
Okay.
Alright, so the eggs are ready. So here I have prepared a pot of a big bowl of ice water. So the reason why I'm doing this is first I need to stop the process of the cooking. Because I mean it's still hot, so it's still cooking right now inside. I want to make sure it's soft boiled, so the yolk is still runny while the egg white is ready. And so I want to soak in ice water for approximately 10 minutes. Why am I doing this? Because first, like I said, to stop the cooking process, and second, I don't know what's the term called, but you know the skin between the egg white and the eggshell? If you do this, that skin thing will completely, well, it won't stick to the shell anymore. But if you peel it right away, then it will stick to the shell. This way it makes it easier to peel. And I just wait for 10 minutes and then I peel. So now it's been 10 minutes and I want to peel the egg. So when you peel it, you want to peel it under running water. It makes it much easier. Oops, that one. Okay, I could do it under running water, like I said. I'm doing a crappy job right now, but I don't really care because I'm just serving it to my friends. It don't affect the flavor. Oh god damn it. Come on. What? Move this shit. Make sure I'm in running water. Oh shit, great. So I want to eat this one. Anyways, I'm going to skip that and I'm going to properly do one. Come on, break. Okay. Same deal. What the fuck is... It's better now. I don't know why it's not. Maybe I undercooked a little bit. But usually it should be really easy to peel. Or the ice water wasn't ice cold enough, which wouldn't make any sense. Or maybe I'm just impatient right now. I'm trying to do this really fast. Don't worry, I'm not gonna show you guys how I'm gonna peel every single one in this video. I'll show one and I'll show you guys how I cut it. Oh no! No, don't break it on me now. No. Oh no. Oh my god. Fail. fail again. Definitely undercooked, but it's still really good. I'll actually serve it tomorrow. Okay, this time I'll do it slowly and carefully. Yeah, I definitely undercooked it a little bit. So I guess before I cut it, I'm going to put it in the fridge. So it's harder tomorrow when I cut it. Right now it's very fragile. So back to the eggs I did yesterday, where I marinated the. I also need the scallion, green onion. This is for the garnish and for extra flavor. So I marinated for a pretty long time, which you don't really need to. Don't want to waste the sauce. And the eggs should look kind of dark. Let me grab a like this, it's not white anymore. So this, the egg whites, been added extra flavor now. So these are good to go. That little eggshell doesn't peel. So I still need this sauce because I need it for to cook the pork in. Okay, so after you're done with the eggs, well, I want to be prepared for Mondays. There's a lot of people. So we want to start cutting them. I don't want to cut it with a knife because I want to squish it in. So I got, how do you call this? A fish thread. Okay.
我可以講嘢㗎？哦，OK。
I think it's fish thread, right? But anyways, I want to cut it with this instead of a knife. That does a better job. I just want to press it down. I think it's open. Come on. There we go. Well, it's actually kind of overcooked. But this way, it'll cut nicer. You know what I need? Dude, what the f***? Alright, this works. This. Okay, so I'm about to finish this, then I can move on to the next part. But for the marinade tamago, this is actually, that's it. It's finished. And just let it sit at room temperature, and then the yolk will not be so solidified. Wouldn't look like this right now. But right now I just got it out from the fridge. And yeah, that's a lot of eggs. And then okay, got this. Oh. Okay, last one, and then that's it. And that's how you make the jiski tamago.